टाइम पास, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complaint level, always be the whole, be happy. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Now we will read the Dakshinamoorti Stotra, first shlok. Clear your throats also. विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमान नगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोत् भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. So, the topics which are dealt with in Vedanta Shastra, they are: what is this world? Where from the world has come? Is this world a creation or only manifestation? Then, what are the various views about this world among the different schools of philosophy? Then, who is going through the experiences of this world, good or bad? And when somebody is able to analyze and learn from his experiences, what is his experience? Yapratyabhinyayate. And is this experience limited to only the seekers of truth, or they are common experiences for everybody? And when one comes to discover this, that this is a common experience for all, like hunger is common for all, anger is common for all, pain is common for all. In this manner, this divine experience, is it common for all? If it is, what it is like? And ultimately, how we get caught up in cause and effect. And because of this cause and effect catch, we are unable to discover our essential nature. And ultimately, he who has this vision, his experience is totally different. And at the end, the teacher says, those who have thus gone through study, reflection, etc. of this stotra, they will be able to abide in the truth and be a source of inspiration to all the people on the spiritual path. This is, in short, the whole topic that we'll be discussing. So, the first topic is, what is this world? So here the teacher says, Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam. World. What is the world? It is like Darpana Drishyamana Nagari. If you have a mirror somewhere and in front of whatever comes, like you must have seen the corner, they have the mirrors, the convex mirror. So whether the animal comes or the plants are there or human beings come or a car comes, it is reflected. Now, Tulyam Nijantargatam. Exactly the same way, everything is happening to us as it is happening to the mirror. One of my very good friend, recently again I met him in Wisconsin. He is an ophthalmologist, very successful, very well established in Mumbai. He only takes care of my eyes. So we were talking on Tripura Rahasya and he was driving me back. And in that state, probably I made a statement that this world is imaginary. Imagery and imaginary both. He said, Swamiji, today you told this world is imaginary. I am driving you, avoiding accidents. Is it imagination? I said, now stop. I'll tell you later. Then I told him, fortunately, you are ophthalmologist. Now tell me how the knowledge happens about the colors and forms. There cannot be any superior authority than you as regard seeing the things by eyes are concerned. So, an image of the object falls on the retina. It is caught by the mind, which is the functional aspect of the retina. Friends, these two things should be distinctly clear. One is structural, second is functional. So, the object is reflected through the lens on the retina. It is caught by the functional aspect called as the mind. And therefore, that which can form an image on the mind, that alone does exist for us. If an image is not formed on the mind, that object doesn't exist for us. Object means color and form with reference to the eyes. See, like you are saying me. Just imagine there is absolute darkness on my face or on me. Your eyes are functional. You will not be able to see me because I am not self-illumined like the light, the bulb. So, the light of the bulb falls on my face, it gets reflected, and what is the image on your retina, on your mind, is the image of the reflected light, not even my face. And then what is our knowledge? I have seen with my own eyes. See? So, when we see the things in the mirror, do we take the reflections in the mirror as real? We don't take them. They are only images. Do we think that the whole reflection is inside the mirror? No. It appears, but it is not. Suppose an object is 10 feet away from the mirror, the image also appears 10 feet deep in the mirror. And the thickness of the mirror is hardly anything, isn't it? In short, like the mirror images, have no impact on the mirror. When the image is that of the fire, it will not burn the mirror. If the image is that of the water, it will not make the mirror wet. See, friends. So, what is the conclusion? Therefore, images appear but do not exist. Now come to subjective. So, all what we are experiencing through all the five sense organs is nothing but images, not the real one. And that also not the image of the object, but image of the reflected light on the object. See, light cannot be seen. Sunlight is dark light. What we see is a daylight. Daylight is not sunlight. See, friends, more you become deep in this understanding, then our conclusion will be like the mirror supports everything in the form of reflection, rejects nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. If there are 100 people in front of the mirror, will it be a burden for the mirror? If all of them go, will it be a loss? Is it not our story? Now you are so many sitting here. Is it a lightness for my vision? And if 1,000 people come in front of my eyes, will it be a burden? And if all of you go, will there be a loss? But where everything is happening? Antargatam. Everything is happening in me. So, like the external world seen in the mirror is merely an illusion, and therefore we enjoy that, but we do not suffer because of that. Friends, we enjoy that, but we do not desire that. We enjoy that, but we do not want to improve that. See the mirage waters, they are seen. You don't want to have it, you don't want to change it, because we have recognized that as an illusion. Same way, Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. So what we are experiencing is what is happening in the mind. Friends, how important it is. So now go still deeper. You are seeing me. Now where exactly the knowledge is happening? That Swamiji is sitting in front of me. Where is the knowledge happening? Is it happening where I am sitting? Or is it happening inside you? Where it is happening? Swamiji will have bhajan, okay? Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. See, friends, your mind becomes numb. Vishwam Darpana Darshamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam. Now, next step. When I take some experience as real, and when I come to know that experience was an illusion, what will be the difference? In one of the Vedantic texts, this story comes. There was one troubleshooter. He told the other person, "Hey, I heard your son met with an accident in US. In old age, the ladies become smart and confident, and the gents become dumb. So he was frustrated. I don't know how many times I told him don't drive the car and all that." And wife was cool. Don't start shouting. Why don't you call and find out? Okay, he called. And the son here, late night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, shouts at the father. How many times I told you, don't call wrong that time. Ah, thank God, everything is all right. So where all this thing happened, where the sun was, in USA or India, where it happened, Nijantargatam. And when I have taken that event as really something happened to my son, I became miserable. But when I came to know that it was just a fake news, I was happy. Therefore, friends, as is the media where reflections are happening, depending on the quality of that media, the experiences of our life happen. See, if you take, for example, water in a bucket, and in that water there is lot of cow dung mix, so the water has become very murky, dirty. In that, if you see your reflection, it will not be clear. Then you stir that bucket water, so it is unsteady. So the reflection will be not clear and disturbed. And if the water is distinctly clear and absolutely steady, reflection will be as is the original object. Now, in the bucket of the body is the water of the mind. And in this mind, everything is reflected through the lens of sense organs. How simple it is? Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam pashyan atmani somayaya bahirivodbhutam yatha nidraya. How simple it is, friends. You don't have to struggle for anything. So, Pashyan Atmani. We imagine everything is happening inside me. Then, Bahi Iva Udbhuta Yatha Nidraya. Like in case of the sleep. In the sleep, we are nicely snoring away, and the dream comes. And everything is happening. Now, what will happen to me? In the dream, we are suffering. And what it is that suffering? Everything is happening outside. You are sleeping in your bedroom, and the whole world is seen outside. Bahirivod bhutam yatha nidraya. Because we are in sleep. Now, yes sakshat kurute prabodha samaye. Now, from this sleep, he wakes up. Prabodha samaye. What, what is sakshat kurute? Swam atmanamevadvayam. He comes to know, come on, yaar. I was the one who was experiencing the waking experiences. I was the one who was experiencing the dream experiences. So, I am the one who is the son. I am the one who is the father. So, who am I? Son or father? Or I am the man? So, all these relational, aupadhik abhivyakti, conditioned expressions of the unconditioned reality appears but doesn't exist. Many years before, maybe about 7, 8 years before, in um, England, this happened. One of my friend, his name is Krishna Premananda, very nice person. He received me on the airport in the evening, 6, 7 o'clock, and we were going to the ashram in Wales, about 4, 5 hours drive. So on the way, his mother called that if your Swami has no problem, instead of driving and reaching the ashram at 1 o'clock, why don't you come and stay here for the night? Tomorrow morning, you come fresh and go. So he asked me. I said, yes, I have no problem. I think this smoke is making me happy. So I say, okay. So I went. British houses are worth seeing. Clean, neat, spick and span. So the bed where I was going to sleep, nice table, one or two beautiful books, water, and so I just took one book and just reading through few minutes. Then I wanted to switch off the light. I could not see where is that. So I had to get up and see. That light has gone deep in me. So I switch off the light and again lie down on the bed, close my eyes. I could see that light distinctly. Then I opened my eyes. I saw the street lights. Again I closed my eyes. I saw that bright light. Again open, again street light. And Eureka! Because all experiences are happening only in the mind, whether it is a waking experience or a dream experience. And nobody dreams the dream as a dream. Swakale satyavat bhati pramode sati asad bhave. During the dream, it is solid reality. Friends, so everything is happening only in the mind. And therefore, if we can mind our mind, we have stepped on the spiritual path. All other external things are okay. See? Like we have gone for a shopping here and there, this is that, that is not good, this is good, everything is okay. But unless the food is cooked, and unless you are not a naturopathy fellow, you cannot eat it. In the same manner, do karma, do upasana, do study, write this thing, do japa, go to holy places, namaskar 20 times, do everything. But that is not the ultimate. Ultimate is you have to discover this truth. And he who is engaged in this thing, he can never get caught up in anything in this world. See? Therefore, how beautiful this stotra is. So, yes sakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanamevadvayam. So when he wakes up, he comes to know, come on, waking experience I have only gone through, dream experience I have only gone through, but who makes this statement? I had a good sleep, but in between I had a bad dreams. Who makes this statement? We do make this statement. Who is the one? The waker cannot make this statement because he was not in deep sleep. He was not in the dream. The dreamer cannot make this statement because he was not in the waking, he was not in the deep sleep. Yet this statement is made. Now start inquiring. Then we come to know it is made by the one who was in the waking but did not become a waker. Who was in the dream but did not become a dreamer. Therefore, let there be misery, but we don't become miserable. Spiritual practice. Let there be joy, but we do not get so excited that we lose our balance. Meaning, experience without the birth of an experiencer is the truth. Nothing to understand. Yes, sakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanam evadvayam. Advayam, one, not two. So the one who was illuminating the dream as well as the waking experiences, they were not two, the same one. The son and the father, are they two? No, they are the one man. But what happens? The son and the father, they get so much influenced by the conditioning. The son gets too much influence because of the old father, and the father gets influenced because of the terrible son. Man is happy. What is spiritual practice? Prabodh samaye. Wake up. Yaar, फालतू hai. Don't get involved unnecessarily. See, my friends, when this knowledge happens, you know what we called in our Corona festival? POK, practice of knowledge. Did not Pak Akubadi Kashmir. Practice of knowledge. This is the practice of knowledge. And you know the beauty of practice of knowledge? Every area such as yoga, karma, upasana is required to be repeated again and again. Practice as knowledge is only once. When I touch the fire, my hand gets burnt. In the childhood, we know that. So that knowledge. Every time we have to try, let me see today what happens. No, you don't repeat it. Repetition is possible only if it is finite. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Repeat. Because finite. Now silence. Yes, Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye. When we wake up to this. Bodha means experience. Jnana means knowledge. Prabodha means the ultimate experience. Knowledge is I am lucky, I am unlucky. Why all the bad things happen to me only, not to others. Then the second thing is that all the bad things happen only to the good people. Swamiji, why this happens? One elderly lady asked me this question. She was the daughter of one of the uh, governors in one of the states in India. Swamiji, why good people suffer and bad people enjoy? They have everything in their life. Why? I said, Mama, forget about the world. First of all, let me know. I don't know you. How is your life? Everything is okay? Swamiji, yes, everything is okay. I said, got the reply. Friends, this kind of lip sympathy is not spiritual practice. Prabodha, therefore, what? First of all, we have only general drawing room talks. Then second is that is the knowledge, jnanam. Then second is bodha, experience. And prabodha, we go beyond. Meaning what? Joy is there, experiencer is joyful person. Misery is there, experiencer is miserable person. Prabodha is both joy and sorrows, waking and dream are eliminated by me without becoming a waker and a dreamer. Now, what practice will you do? Let us do meditation. And then all the problem. See, whenever I sit for meditation, I get tremendous headache, Maharaj. That means you have got head. Congratulations. Therefore, if you are committed to the truth, one important principle, we have to undo all what we have been doing till date. And we have to unbecome whatever we have become till date. And this is exactly what happens in deep sleep. Waking, is it done? Or we are in the waking state and we do the things. Dream, is it done? We are in the dream and then go through good and bad experiences. Deep sleep, is it done? No. We are in the deep sleep and then we snore. So waking is not done, dream is not done, deep sleep is not done. Why do you do meditation? Satyanas. But I have completed third level of crash course in meditation. What to do with that? Pakode banao. In California only, there used to be one lady. She was having in LA yoga studio and all that. Used to call me regularly. Now she has disappeared. I don't know where she is. So all the yoga brand used to come there. And one yoga brand lady, she came and gave her card to me. Swami, this is my card. Oh, very good. I pretended I read it. Um, See, have you read it? I say yes. Yoga below tree. Yoga under tree. Yes, I read it. But then, by the way, what you do? Yoga on the tree. Qualification, tail is not required. Your tail also can go. Doing. No. Spiritual practice is undoing and unbecoming. Our whole life is a struggle. We want to prove something to somebody. We want to justify everything. And by that, our personality becomes very strong. Janan apihi medhavi jadaval lokamachare. Although one knows, we don't have to tell others. Brahman comes says. There are five elements, five elements. Space, air, water, earth. What is the fifth one? Tape recorder is better. Therefore, is so simple. Yes, sakshat kurute prabodha samaye. What he comes to recognize? Swatmanam. What? Advayam. The one who is supporting the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi, they are not four, only one. This one, because of the four conditionings, is referred in four ways. Like one man is referred as the son, the husband, the father, and the brother. But doesn't mean he has become many. Now suppose the father dies. What happens to the son? Nothing happens. Wife dies. What happens to the husband? Nothing happens. When the son dies, what happens to father? Nothing happens. When the brother dies, what happens to the man? Nothing happens. Our struggle is like a child wanted to catch the reflection in the water. and he could not. And he was crying. He failed. Therefore, yes sakshat kurute prabodha samay. So what is prabodha? Prabodha is we go through good and bad experiences, but we know both of them are supported by a common factor. And this common factor, if it is influenced by good and bad experiences, become the happy or a miserable. And if he is not influenced by them, only eliminating them, not getting influenced by them, then we are walking spiritual path. The rule is very simple. Illuminator does not get influenced by what is illumined. These lights, whether temple or toilet, makes no difference. From the toilet, the light come to yourself. Vision, whether blue color, red color, pink color, or green color, it makes no difference. Think. Similarly, whether waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi, makes no difference to us. We are the same. Now, what you want to do? Tell me. I had a very bad dream, Swamiji. You know, one, what is that in Amazon? Anaconda? Anaconda. Huge anaconda came in my dream and he started swallowing me and he came up to my stomach. Now my heart was going inside, but then my dream was over. Now what will happen, Swamiji? That is my question. What will happen to that anaconda, poor fellow, eating you? Will he survive? See, friends, the more you are established in this thing, then Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam. This is that Guru Murti, this is that Bhagavan, this is that Brahman, this is that Guru Maharaj. See, this point I told you again and again. Don't get caught up in this Guru, Guru, Guru and get lost in that. Remember two things. There are two types of Mahatmas. Those who descend in this world by God's will. They fall in the category of the Siddha Mahatmas. So we have to, we don't belong to that category. We are mortals. We have not come by our choice. We are thrown here. And we do our spiritual practices, but the final touch is by the blessing and the grace of Siddha Mahatmas. But that doesn't mean earlier portion we should not do. One day I was on banks of Narmadaji somewhere and we were, it was a summer time. So with my friend I was watching nice cool breeze below the tree, mango tree. And some children came from the school, small, maybe 8 years, 7 years. They saw the mangoes, then wanted to throw the stone and but it was not falling. So one of them tried, went. The one boy came last. He tried, he did not. Then he did not give up. Then he thought what to do, what to do. No more stones also found. Then he let me try. Then he started jumping. He could not reach there by jumping. Then again he continued his effort. He started climbing the tree. He went little bit and fell down. But he did not give up. He was still looking at the mango. How can I get that fellow? When he was thus doing, I said, hey, wait a minute. I lifted him and he could catch it. Was he someone special for me and others were not special? We must deserve the grace. See, the sunlight is available for everybody. But no, I will not go out of my room. But sunlight should come. No. Put your efforts. Go out of the room, sunlight will help you. Therefore, Bhagwan ki kripa, Guru kripa, don't get carried away by that. Work hard. Yamai vesha vrunute tena labhyaha tassesha atma vivrunute tanum swam. Mundakopanishad tells, he who seeks the truth to the exclusion of everything, to him the truth is revealed. How important it is. And that is Dakshinamoorti Bhagavan in our heart. Yesterday probably I told you that story of the children. The one child, hey, miss has come, everybody is quiet. Now do that bhavana. Dakshinamurti Bhagavan is in our heart. No wrong action, no bad word, no negative thought will ever crop up in our personality. To be very nice, decent in a society is not spiritual practice. Be nice, decent when you are all by yourself. Nobody is watching you. That time the reality comes out and the CCTV is watching. अच्छा बाहर दिखाता है वेजिटेरियन, घर में खाता. देखो महाराज, we can cheat anybody, you cannot cheat God, and He is nowhere else, is very much in our heart. How beautiful this mantra is. Repeat after me. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोत् भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम्. श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. Now the same verse we take from another standpoint. See, both things are essential. What was the present standpoint that we studied? All that is an illusion, as in the mirror image, we do not get influenced by that. And we do not want to improve the mirror, improve the image. We don't want to change the image. We cannot destroy the image. One part. Now second part. In that image in the mirror, the man is the surface of the mirror. The animal is the surface of the mirror. The tree is also surface of the mirror. The water is also surface of the mirror. The stationary things is also surface of the mirror. The movement is also the surface of the mirror. In short, one mirror alone appeared in so many ways. And therefore, mirror does not get influenced by any one of them. Come back to yourself. Our vision alone has become all the colors. And therefore, our vision is not influenced by any color. Our mind alone has become every organ of perception and organ of action. And therefore, no organ of perception can comprehend the mind. The consciousness, life itself has become the mind. And therefore, The life is not influenced by the mind. And the influence is in terms of only one thing, desire. Either I want something or I don't want something. Because everything is me. So two principles come. One is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Everything is Paramatma. Second thing is Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. The world is illusion. So when you accept the world as an illusion, we live at zero desire level. We don't want to improve the world as it is perfectly all right. Because we have accepted the illusion. And when we accept this world as nothing but our own expanse, like consciousness expands as life, life expands as mind, mind expands as sense organs expand as the respected sense objects. And therefore, of the sense objects do not influence the sense organs do not influence the mind doesn't influence the life doesn't get influenced by, life doesn't influence the consciousness. This journey, when it is perfectly digested and assimilated, life becomes extremely light. Then you will understand our Maha Mantra. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Then how to live? Wherever you are, wherever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. This is Dakshinamoorti Stotra Maharaj. The more you reflect on it, the more you will be deeply involved in your spiritual life. Okay, the next mantra. बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदम् प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महा योगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. Now see, there are good number of theories of creation in our scriptures. Now, this topic of creation in our scriptures is not meant to prove that there is a creation. The rule is very simple. The unknown is indicated with reference to the known. This is a simple rule. Do you know Vrushali? I don't know Vrushali. So many of them. No. The one who is your friend's wife. Which friend you are? That, oh, yes, I know. So reference is required. So here the same thing. World is taken as a reference, not to prove that there is a creation. In Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna. On the second chapter, my book is there. Many years before I must have written, I don't remember also. This much I know. The name of the book I had given is Common Sense Upanishad. That is a commentary on second chapter of Gita. Common sense. And there Bhagavan gives these common sense principles, number of them. Real spiritual practice is common sense. It is very uncommon. Now, what is a spiritual practice or the common sense? Common sense is बीजस्य अंत इव अंकुरः जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः. भगवान says in Bhagavad Gita, अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना. Through example it becomes clear. Waves are born, then they dance for some time, they go back. Now here be very attentive. Are the waves brought on the ocean surface from outside, or all the waves in the past, all the waves in the present, and all the possible future waves in the future, all of them are existing in unmanifest form in the ocean. They don't come from outside. Exactly the same thing. Example again. Bijasya anta. Inside the seed. The whole tree is unmanifest. Hardly anybody must have seen the seed of the banyan tree. Have you seen? That banyan tree is given as an example to indicate what the world is. ऊर्ध्वमूलमदशाकम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्. Ashwattham is this banyan tree. A means not. Shwa means tomorrow. That which is not the same as it is today, tomorrow it will not be same. That Ashwatha tree. And the peculiarity of the Ashwatha tree is you can really, we can only adore our great masters. This, it is called also fig tree. This, if you take the fruits of this Ashwatha or this tree, people or Vatavruksha, banyan tree, dry the fruits or take the dry fruits, take out the seeds and try to sow them. They will never germinate. They don't germinate. Then the fruits are eaten by the birds. And then the seeds are processed through the GI tract. And then they come out in their droppings. And therefore you will see the people tree or the water wruksha, etc. You can see them in such a place, there is no possibility. I have seen in some place, probably South Africa or somewhere, very peculiar. On the top of a pillar, there was one, people tree growing. Who must have gone and sown it there? So some bird must have gone, dropped it, and then slowly, slowly it germinated and growing. Therefore, two things are required. Only man cannot produce the children. Only woman cannot produce this. Both are required. Purusha and Prakriti. Therefore, be attentive. In the absolute, when the infinite potentiality, what is called as Prakriti by the Sankhya, what is called as Maya by the Vedanti, what is called as the Shakti by the Shakta, what is called as the divine will by the devotees. Names are different. When these two things come together, man, happy, successful, no problem. But then inner potentiality starts becoming mature. What a life without a wife. What a life without a wife. Now that desire to get married and procreate, it has not come from outside. It was dormant in him. So, who is the creator of this world? Not God. God plus the dormant potentiality. See? Therefore, Bijasyantarivangkuro jagadidam. When we sow the seed is there, then the atmosphere is required. Proper soil, then water. And therefore, see one place, here I think in USA only somewhere, one Indian person asked me this question. I said, see, you are asking me a question, but I have got one rule. What is that? After I reply, I don't like to discuss. No further discussion. If you want, I'll talk. Okay, Swami. Why you people write the father's name as a middle name, like your Mahatma Gandhi, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Karamchand is his father's name. Why not mother's name? Like in USA, we write mother's name. I said, very good. I have no problem. You have no problem. There's nothing to discuss. No, I want to know. I said, okay then. No discussion, no argument. Yes. I got three seeds: mango, apple, and some other fruit, guava. And the three seeds are sown in three pots. In all the pots, there is soil. And then after some time, these seeds germinate. Will we call it, this is the soils plant, this is the soils plant, this is the soils plant? Or you will call it as a mango tree or apple tree. Tree is born out of the seed, not out of the soil. See, friends, our culture is not dumb. It has got a depth in that. But why so? Why you have to write? I said, because we know. If people don't know, पता नहीं कौन किसका था. See, friends, therefore, like the whole tree is unmanifest in the seed, in the same manner, idam jagat prang nirvikalpam. Before creation, or before not creation, before manifestation, this world was existing in dormancy in the seed. It was dormant. And when the right time comes, when the right atmosphere comes, then it starts maturing and the plant comes out. So, like the birth of the plant is not a birth, but it is manifestation. In the same manner, this world is not a creation, but it is manifestation. So, Avyaktadini Bhutani, earlier they are unmanifest, then they become manifest. Now come to yourself. In the deep sleep, we are all unmanifest, but we are there, unmanifest. If a doctor goes to sleep, he is no more a doctor. Then wakes up next day as an engineer. क्या हो गया यार? कल तो तू डॉक्टर था. So that doctorly knowledge, it was there, but it was dormant. Therefore, this world is not created. This has been again and again going on and on. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jataresha. So the whole world is nothing but manifestation, unmanifestation, manifestation, unmanifestation. In the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna gives this topic. He says that those who think of me, Om Ittekaksharam Vyaharan Ma Manuswaram Tajanti Tadeha. He who at the time of leaving the body chants the Om, then he comes back to me. He merges in the Absolute. No desires, no reason for birth. But those who don't, and those who die because of whatever reason, and they have got plenty of desires in them, then what happens? There the Bhagavan says there are two types of those who desire for something higher in life, but they could not complete it and they die. Then Shuchi Nam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Vrashtopi Jayate. Such people are again born in higher realm and they continue their spiritual practice. Ultimately, they go to the heaven, etc. And those who were only wasting their life fulfilling their desires and nothing else, such people, they go by the dark path to the hell and heaven, and when their torture is over, they are again born. This is how the circle continues. And therefore, if, be attentive, if we roast the seed, nutritive value remains, germinative value doesn't remain. Spiritual practice is roasting yourself. And what is roasting? Live at zero desire level. जो है ठीक है बढ़िया very good nice fine. One technique I'll tell you, try. Be always a follower. Don't become a leader in life. Then you don't have to think. Like Swamiji, when we will have a lecture, boss ko पूछो. You relax. I don't have to think. Life becomes so simple, friends. But I wanted to, but I wanted to do this, but you only told us, go. Therefore, Bijasyantarivang Kuro Jagadidam Prang Nirvikalpam Punaha. Then, how the world is born out of this seed, Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana Vaichitra Chitri Kritam. So, in the deep sleep, the seed of our birth or manifestation is free from the impact of time, space, and object. Then this potentiality, this Shakti, this Maya, this Bhagwan's Ichha, whatever you call, that is now expressing as Maya Kalpita. These are the projections of the mind. Maya Kalpita, projections. Which are the projection? Time, space, and object. Space is a projection of the mind that of expanse. Time is the projection of the mind as sequence. And the objects are the projection of the mind in terms of weight or size or shape. In deep sleep, our mind is below our pillow. And therefore, in deep sleep, where are we? No problem. When are we? No problem. What are we? No problem. Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana Vaichitra Chitri Kritam. And then doing research on the galaxies. So many millions of galaxies, in that, Neptune, how far it is from here? It is 293 trillion light years. What you understood? We can't even think beyond 100 years. Only words, no knowledge takes place. So what do we say? Oh, millions. Millions means what? $1 million is different. But millions and millions of galaxies are in the space and we are investigating there. Where? In the space. And where is the space? Space is projection of the mind. When the mind disowns the body, the individuality disappears. Body continues. A very simple thing. Deep, you have to get into it. Therefore, in deep sleep, our individual mind merges with the total mind, and this total mind is responsible for maintaining life in the body. The blood circulation continues, the digestion continues, the hair grow, the nails grow, everything continues. And it is done by the common mind, which is common for all of us. It's not different minds. But the same individual, the total mind, when it gets identified with the body, take the shape of the body, thereafter, again, whatever were the contents in the mind, again the same thing comes out. So a doctor sleeps, doctor only wakes up. A wife sleeps, a wife only wakes up. Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitrikrutam. And therefore, when we tell you the simple technique, if you halt your mind, the world disappears. No, it may disappear for us, but what about others? Mind your business. What about others? Take care of yourself. Don't worry about the world. See, in Yoga Vasishta, this particular thought I like very much. When we were in the dream, we have seen so many things. Good people, bad people, sincere Mahatmas, and bad politicians, everything we see. And then our sleep is over, dream broken. After we wake up, do we have any concern about all those people whom we have seen in the dream, good or bad? No. Be very attentive. We are all in the dream of Brahmaji. When Brahmaji is sleeping, this dream is continuing. When Brahmaji wakes up, कहाँ गए महाराज? So what is this world? It is a dream in the dream in the dream in the dream. To understand this, try this experiment. Keep two mirrors in front of each other and try to count how many reflections are there. My friends, but we get so much. Um, my fourth generation father, whatever you call a grandfather, then grandfather, then the father. Now I have become a husband. Now I am a father. Now my only desire is my son should get married and he become father. Then Hare Ram Ram Ram. Vanda, get out of that. All the time the same thing. And the most pathetic thing is the grandparents getting involved their grandchildren. Let them live their life. Don't get too much involved. One Gujarati boy, he asked me, not his wife asked me, Swamiji, you know Papa. I said, yes. He is spoiling my son. I told him not to take chocolate, not to do this, not to do that. He winks at my son. Imagine my father-in-law, he winks at me. And then he takes him, let's go to Hanumanji temple. goes and he gives them all that which I am not to give. See, why he is doing this? I said, Badla, revenge. Your husband has troubled him a lot, but your own teeth have beaten your own tongue. Where will you complain? Then the only one way is now he will spoil your son. And then because of the son, when your husband will become miserable, that time he will say, बेटा बचपन में तुमने मुझे ऐसे ही परेशान किया अरे संसार है बाबा. Don't get too much involved in this world. Time pass करो. All the time the same thing, same thing. Therefore, Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitrikrutam. So, then Mayaviva Vijrumbhayatyapi Mahayogiva Yasvechaya. And why he does all these things? Mayavi Iva, like a magician. Vijrumbhayati, he brings out. Vijrumbhana means yawning. So when we yawn, if you are a sincere Indian yawning person, you aha, like that. But if you are a dumb Western culture, even they don't sneeze also properly. दीदी ऐसा आना चाहिए घर उड़ जाए विजृंभणम is expansion. So Mayavi iva vijrumbhayati, like a magician out of nothing he brings out so many things. Or Mahayogi iva, or great yogis. See, out of nothing they bring out the things to you. They can go to one place to another place in no time. Mahayogi iva yasvechaya. Why? मर्जी अपनी स्वेच्छा, his own will. See, Paramatma Sat, his potentiality Chit, expression Ananda. Then Ananda is manifesting through three channels. One is Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Ichha Shakti means will, free will. Why it is like that? Don't ask question. Do we ask a question, why the fire is hot? It is hot. But why my wife is like that? Wrong question. Wrong questions have no answer. Wife ऐसी होती है. Relax, relax. Yes, Chaya, his will. There is no compromise on that. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshinamurti. This is the Dakshinamurti Bhagavan in our own heart. Out of us only everything comes out. Mai eva sakalam jatam, mai sarvam pradishtitam, mai sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvayam asmeham. Water says, all the oceans are born in me and all the waves are born in me, they remain in me and ultimately they go back to me. That Dakshinamurti Bhagavan is very much available to us if we are available to him. And that can be only by merging our individuality in him. And how it can be done? Jo thari rai, so mahari rai. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.